FIFA has been going on for an incredibly long period of time. If you don't know how many versions there are now 22. EA have had a strong partnership with FIFA for quite some time, but apparently that seems to be wavering, as apparently EA are exploring the idea of renaming the series. This all came from a press release about FIFA 22. EA saying, "As we look ahead, we're exploring the idea of renaming the global EA Sports football games." The initial thought that came to my mind was that, well, aren't they going to lose all their partnerships with their clubs and licenses? And for those die-hard FIFA fans, you will be pleased to know that this actually isn't the case. This is purely about the name of the game, with them coming out and saying, "This means we're reviewing our naming rights with FIFA, which is separate from our official partnerships and licenses around the football world." Now, why this has come about, no one really knows at the moment, but what is interesting is that every time EA now mentions their game, they refer to it as our EA Sports football games. Personally, I find this whole thing absolutely incredible, considering EA and FIFA have been in partnership since 1993. At this point, it would almost be like changing the name of Coke or Nike trainers. That all being said, given by how much EA at the moment are trying to reassure that they're dedicated to the football experience in creating their wonderful games, stating, "Through the years of building our global franchise, we also know that authenticity is essential to the experience. That's why we focus so much energy on the collective strength of over 300 individual licensed partners that give us access to 17,000 plus athletes across 700 teams, in 100 stadiums and over 30 leagues around the world. We continually invest in the partnerships and licenses that are meaningful to the players. The breadth of our partnerships and our ecosystem of licensed content will enable us to continue to bring unrivaled authenticity to our EA Sports football games, now and for many years to come." Strangely enough, this also comes around at the time that Konami are also renaming their football game, with previously being called Pro Evolution Soccer, now to be called eFootball. However, Konami managed to win a special places in everyone's hearts this year after they managed to release the worst ever rated game on Steam ever created. FIFA 22 didn't win any awards either, however, but it is still the best football game on the market. Now, whether or not this name change will go ahead, we'll have to wait and see, and more importantly, will it actually impact the fan base? Because often in cases like this, it's often the brand association mixed in with the actual game mechanics that make it so popular, and this is the brand that's been around for a very, very long time. I'm sure more details will come out in the wash as time goes by, but for now, I'm really interested. Are you currently playing FIFA? Would you continue to buy and play the game if it was renamed to something else? And what do you think the reason is for EA changing the name potentially? Anyway, I hope you're all well, have a great week, and I'll be back soon with more news and reviews.